What if the most devoted mother in the world was also one of the deadliest predators on Earth? In the heart of the American wilderness, there are legends, but one story is different. It's not about a mountain or a river. It's about a mother. They called her Grizzly 399, and the strategy she used to keep her children alive would ultimately lead to their greatest tragedy. This is where her story begins. Like any mother, her world revolved around one thing: protecting her children. But in the unforgiving beauty of Grand Teton and Yellowstone National Park, danger is everywhere. For a mother grizzly, the greatest threat isn't wolves or winter. It's a male bear. Male bears will often kill cubs that aren't theirs to bring the female back into estrus. It's a brutal reality of the wild. Most female bears hide deep in the backcountry, far from any threat. But 399 was different. She was smarter. She discovered a loophole in the wild's brutal rules. Male grizzlies are notoriously shy. They avoid humans at all costs. So 399 made a brilliant, high-stakes gamble. She decided to raise her family in plain sight. The roads became her shield. The presence of cars and people created a protective bubble, a human shield that the dangerous male bears wouldn't dare penetrate. And it worked. For years, she successfully raised litter after litter, becoming a roadside icon, a living, breathing symbol of the wild that you could actually see. She was teaching her cubs how to survive in a changing world. But she was also teaching them a dangerous lesson. Humans are safe. And then she did the impossible. At 24 years old, an age where most grizzlies are past their prime, she emerged from her den not with 1 or 2 cubs, but with 4, a quadruplet of healthy, energetic cubs. The world was captivated. She became the most famous bear on the planet. Millions of people followed her story. Photographers and wildlife enthusiasts, known as the Grizzly Paparazzi, documented her every move. She was a queen, and these were her royal children. But her fame came with a price. Her strategy was now a double-edged sword. Some people got too close. They left food out, a death sentence for any wild animal. The cubs were learning to associate people with rewards. Wildlife managers had to intervene, hazing her and the cubs away from developed areas for their own safety. A controversy erupted. Were they protecting her or harassing a beloved icon? A viewer might think, she's just another bear. But the numbers tell a different story. The average female grizzly in Yellowstone lives for about 20 to 25 years in the wild. 399 lived to be 28. Most females have 2 cubs per litter. She famously had 4, and in her lifetime, gave birth to at least 17 cubs, establishing a dynasty. She wasn't just another bear, she was an outlier, a genius of survival. But her reign was destined for heartbreak. In the spring, one of her year-old cubs from a previous litter, a striking, nearly all-white grizzly nicknamed Snowy, was a beacon of hope. A unique and beautiful bear learning his mother's ways. Then, one night, the risk of living by the road became a tragic reality. Snowy was killed in a hit-and-run. The driver never stopped. For 399, it was a devastating loss. For the world watching, it was a brutal reminder that her brilliant strategy could, in an instant, become a fatal one. The peak of her fame was met with the deepest valley of her loss. What is the ultimate meaning of her story? Grizzly 399 wasn't just a bear. She was a living testament to the power of a mother's love. Her intelligence and resilience in the face of impossible odds rewrote the book on what we thought we knew about grizzlies. She forced us to look at the world we've built, right up against the edge of the wild. Her life was a constant negotiation between two worlds. And in the end, she died as she had lived, navigating that line. In 2024, at 28 years old, she was struck and killed by a car while trying to cross a highway at night, a fate that had befallen so many of her offspring. But her death doesn't erase her legend. It cements it. She taught us that the wilderness is not a zoo. It's a complex world filled with incredible individuals, mothers, and survivors who are fighting for their place. Legends like Grizzly 399 remind us of the incredible stories unfolding in the wild every day. Her story is over, but the challenge she represented remains. How do we coexist with the wild that remains? If you're a true collector of these legendary stories, you can get this exclusive Grizzly Bear card and 9 others in my Legendary Starter Pack. That's the first link in the description. And if you want to witness the story of another undisputed monarch, click here to watch the legend of Scarface, the king of a Masai Mara.